Powerpuff Girls. I never thought I would be talking about the Powerpuff Girls on this channel. But here I am today talking about, you guessed it, the Powerpuff Girls. So, if you didn't know already, Powerpuff Girls is coming in real life, and it's being made by the CW. So that's bad. That's already a mixture. It's like when you make a cake mixture, but it's disgusting. This is going to be a disaster. I can feel it. There are some YouTubers who are still holding out hope. But I mean, who wanted to do this? Who walked into the CW and went, hey, let's make a Powerpuff Girls series. Live action, by the way. Who does that? Nevertheless, I was a bit shocked at the casting. So here for the casting, we have Chloe Bennett as Blossom, Yana Perrault as Buttercup, and then the biggest one for me, Dove Cameron as Bubbles? What? Dove Cameron as Bubbles? If you don't know who Dove Cameron is, she's one of my favourite actresses in the world. Not my favourite, but one of my favourites. Dove Cameron is Mal in Descendants. And she also plays Liv and Maddie in Liv and Maddie. And she was in Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And she was Spider-Gwen. But this is probably the one that shocked me the most. Dove Cameron in Powerpuff Girls, okay? The plot synopsis here is that the Powerpuff Girls are older and they are mad that they didn't get a proper childhood because they were always saving the world. They resent being superheroes and they just want to live a normal life. I thought the Powerpuff Girls loved being superheroes, right? I don't think they would resent it. This is probably a different universe of Powerpuff Girls, the multiverse. I mean, if they're live action, it has to be a different universe, hasn't it? The costumes look fine. How much can you do with a Powerpuff Girl costume? Their dad will be appearing in it, the guy who made them in the lab. Look, I'm not really a Powerpuff Girls fan, so I don't know what I'm on about. There are some wires attached to Blossom. This is probably going to be like a fight scene. Let's face it, the Powerpuff Girls, if they weren't fighting, that would be a very boring show. This is probably Series 1, Episode 1. The fight for their lives, or, which, you know, this would probably be someone attacks the Powerpuff Girls home and they go, hey, we need to regroup again and become the Powerpuff Girls again. Also, here's some breaking news. Tom Kenny, who does SpongeBob, here are all of his voice things. Some of you may get a bit nostalgic because there's, here I can point out Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Pat the Hammer from Handy Manny. What the hell? Dude, that hit me like a bus. Pat the Hammer from Handy Manny? Are you joking? He voiced him. Mr. Lopart from Handy Manny? So, the breaking news bit is that he was the narrator in the original Powerpuff Girls cartoon. And so, he has now been cast in the Powerpuff Girls show, get this, as the narrator. What? What is happening? So, another thing that I forgot to mention, there's so much stuff to do with this show. It's not going to be called Powerpuff Girls, it's going to just be called Powerpuff. Throughout this whole video, I've kept calling it the Powerpuff Girls show, but no, it's actually just Powerpuff. Donald Fashion joined CW Pilot as Professor Drake Utonium, who, this was the guy I keep going on about, who created the Powerpuff Girls. And the last thing here, Powerpuff Girls live action pilot at CW finds its mojo jojo in Nicholas Podani. The professor also created this guy. When the professor created the Powerpuff Girls, he kind of threw Mojo Jojo to the wayside. And so Mojo Jojo has a hatred for the Powerpuff Girls. And because it's posted on the 1st of April, I don't think this is true. You know, look at this guy and then look at the animated character. How would they do that? Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a like. If you don't, give it a dislike. If you didn't, give it a dislike. Thank you for watching. I don't think so. Bye-bye.